Well, there's a topic going around. I've seen this on Twitter. I think this is an important topic to talk about. So let's have a sit down and actually discuss something here, because it's it's one of these topics I've kind of avoided since finding myself in the middle of all of this. And there's no reason for me to avoid this type of thing, just because I just don't want to make people uncomfortable. I don't want to make myself uncomfortable, that type of thing. For those that have been around the channel for quite a while, you know I'm married. I have a kid. This is nothing new. It's been something for a very long time. Now, finding myself in the middle of the fandom, there's a little bit of a stigma around the fandom, and unfortunately, it's because people, in the sense, don't get the whole idea of what the fandom is. They don't get the whole idea of what it means to become something more and morphosize your persona at this point, doing something more, being larger than life, and absolutely having a blast doing it. Now, I saw some posts on Twitter about how the fandom is more of queer culture. You pretty much have to be gay to be a part of it, and this is false. There is plenty of people that are straight that are part of this fandom that just want to belong, and that's something that I came to terms with when I first dove into this. It was a little jarring. Not gonna lie, it was very jarring. I sat there and I saw a lot of the culture that's going on, the way things are, and now I sit here months later, just absolutely having a blast. And the friends that I've made are ones that I wish I knew sooner, in all honesty. And yeah, there's a lot of LGBTQ overlying on the furry fandom, but I think part of that is because you kind of get to be more of yourself. You get to belong a lot more. You get to express yourself in any way you want possible. For myself, it was a little jarring, but I find I connect with people more on a personal level, with their interests, with the medieval stuff, with being a persona, being a bird in this sense. I'm absolutely having a blast, and I wouldn't have it any other way. And in all honesty, those that do things or want to be themselves, be yourself. That's all I ask for. That's all I've ever asked for, and that's something I've tried to be who I am online. I've done this for many, many years. And being an entertainer and being someone that can sit there and focus out there and just be a little bit more yourself, it's a lot of fun in that sense. Being straight, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, it was there was a lot that I questioned when I fell into this, and I still question a little bit of it, but when it comes down to it, who doesn't love a cute furry animal? That's part of it, right? It's not a situation of if you're gay, you're straight, you're LGBTQ, you're trans. No, it's because we have a love for the fandom. We have a love for just being able to be larger than life. We have a love for having the art form, just seeing what it all is, and just enjoying an aspect of life that a lot of people just don't seem to understand. You go to work on a regular basis and you human all day, and then you come home and you can sit there and put on a very fun face and step into a realm that isn't real. But it is very real for myself and many others. It's a lot of fun in that sense. And because of that, I feel happier. I'm way more myself when it comes down to things during the day. Yeah, and it spills over. It really does spill over. I've sat there and I've made some jokes that I've had people look at me and go, where the hell did this come from? Where have you been, type of thing? Why have I not known this side of Cinder in real life before? And that's because I've always sat there with things trapped in this head, always second guessing who I am, always second guessing the things that I like in the world. I've been a gamer all my life, and I don't hide that fact. And when I fell into this fandom, I screamed it from the rooftops. I sat there and went, you know what? This is where I belong. And now I've given other things up to stay here, because this is a lot more fun than sitting there and getting discouraged or trying to make YouTube videos on a regular basis on controversial topics. Like, this is kind of a controversial topic, but it really shouldn't be. It should be an open forum where people can express who they are. And that's something that I've always done. And, you know, I've gotten into arguments with some people online. I've gotten into with things. I've seen a very, very nasty side of what happens online when people really pull that to the top and make it so much more of themselves. But at the same time, I want you to be yourself. I don't want to be sitting there looking at someone face to face, trying to say, you know, you got to conform to these things. No. There's no conforming here. It's not a situation where you have to sit there and conform. It's, you know, I sit there and I respect people for who they are. And if to me, it doesn't fucking matter if you want to sit there and lay in bed with whoever you want to lay in bed with. I don't care. If it makes you happy, do it. That's all that matters. Now, the post that I saw online talking how the furry fandom is more queer and more LGBTQ, I'm not going to put the post on the screen because I went through the person's profile. They say these things, type of things, as a joke, but it's the type of thing that you read and then you look at their profile and you go, okay, they're doing this for clicks. They're doing this to bait people into getting a reaction out of them. They're doing it just to conform and do something more with Twitter, and that's what Twitter has always been. Those that know how to dig in deep and try and do something more and just try and create that controversy, well, it really did create a controversy in that sense. But it's not one that really they wanted, because it did really backfire on them. They did come back and apologize, but then about 3 posts later, they make another disparaging activist style post that you sit there and you go, okay, this account is nothing good. Now, I've seen a lot of funny memes come out of this too, where I believe it's the balcony at MFF saying how the furry culture was started by dragons and all this other stuff. I've laughed my ass off at that. I laughed my ass off at stuff like that, because now you've got the inner workings where people are just memeing on this, and that's what's important. You get to laugh in a scenario that really was a discouraging one, and that's the difference here within the culture that I have found. Yeah, there's things that are wrong in the world, but if you can at least laugh at yourself, laugh with others. I do it all the time. I'm laughing at myself constantly right now because of the things that I'm having fun with. It's really discouraging when I sit there and then I see people making other posts saying, yeah, if you're straight, get out of the fandom. Yeah, that's not right. I've seen a few posts like that. And that's not the purpose of it. You know, I watched part of the documentary and how the fandom started. I've watched and listened, and I've learned my own way in this sense. And I really do enjoy this. And it really, for me, gives me more meaning. It gives me a passion in life, and it gives me something that I can sit there and talk to. When I go out there and I'm talking to friends now, and then I find out that, you know, my friends, the new ones that I've made, that they have a passion for the same things that I have, that they love the medieval culture that we had a wedding based around. I sit there and I go, where were you fucking 20 years ago? Where was everyone? And now I've opened my eyes, I've taken the blinders off, and no matter who you are, no matter what you're doing, no matter how you're portraying your persona, it's absolutely amazing to see all the creativity behind it. I honestly have a very fun time doing this type of thing. And at first it is very jarring when you walk into something like this and you don't know where you want to sit, how you belong. You have people that will sit there and nudge you. They will sit there and they tell you, well, it doesn't matter if you've got a kid or a wife. It doesn't matter. And that's exactly the point. It does not matter. What matters is that you're having fun and you're enjoying yourself in the fandom that is very welcoming. I've never been in something more welcoming in my life. And, you know, I've spoken to people on both sides of the political spectrum on this. And I see both sides of the political spectrum on this. And I see them come together in a sense that they're more themselves when they can sit there and talk, speak from a voice of an animal, or sit there and speak from a humanized animal type of thing. The anthropomorphize of this fandom. I absolutely love it. I really do. And I wouldn't have any of this any different. You know, I've had the good, I've had the bad. I've seen everything that I think at this point that the fandom has to offer. And honestly, it's endless. There's so many more things and details. Like last night, we did the live stream and then I got invited to go hang out with a few other people. And I was like, okay, you know what? I don't get these invites very often right now. And what the hell? Let's go take a look. And, you know, it was an interesting time. The other person was a streamer that I ended up at. And I just felt like I kind of belong there, you know, overall. And it's not a situation where you sit there and you don't feel like you're not welcomed. There's a lot of things that do go on within the fandom, within the people around it. And if you can look past the surface, you find way more things, way more people that have meaning in their lives. There's a passion behind a lot of this. And that's where I find myself today. Now, does it matter? Ultimately, if you're straight, you're gay, you're trans, you're pan. No, it doesn't. I just want to hang out with people. I just want those that want to hang out with me to have a fun time, to not have to worry about these types of topics, because I don't judge. I never have. I sit there and I look at people and go, hey, that's cool. That's cool that you're doing this type of thing. Yeah, there is a lot of discouraging thing we all see online. There's a lot of hate that we see online, and it's not worth your time and effort to perpetuate and be part of that. You know, I've spoken at length in commentary in the gaming aspect of things that I don't like to see, the pandering that I have seen from companies to try and placate those that are very, very activist-like online. And that type of thing really does drag a person down. And that's why I've moved away from that, and why I sit here and talk about things that have more meaning to me, have more meaning, and have everyone out there that want to sit there and just listen. And I thank you all for listening, because if you don't listen, then you don't understand the problem. And, you know, we all have our problems. Me included. I have very many problems. But when I step into here, when I get to sit there and say I'm a phoenix, I get to rise above those problems, and I get to do something more in life. I see a lot of people online. I do. I really do. And everyone out there that just wants to do something more with their lives, do something more, finding that passion. I've been streaming for a very long time. I've been making videos for a very long time. If I wanted to, I could sit there and clickbait the crap out of videos. You guys have seen this. I can clickbait the next person. But I don't do that because it doesn't bring me joy. It doesn't bring me something that makes me happy. It brings a whole world of people that will sit there and knock you down and tell you how things are. And yeah, it creates a controversy. It creates clickbait. It creates a situation where people just want to tell you like it is online. And boy, jolly, do I get that a lot. But these last few months on Twitch, these last few months just making the persona style content, making the avatar content, doing something more, feeling larger than life, and honestly having a purpose. I'm here to have fun. I'm here to enjoy my life. I'm here to enjoy being a furry at this point. I still laugh that I call myself a furry now, because I was adjacent to this for a very long time. Not even realizing that this was something that was a lot of fun. Now, those out there that just want to have fun, be themselves, then be yourself. Be who you are. May it be a tail that drags on the floor, or wings that take you to the heavens, or the dog that wants to sniff someone else's balls. I don't fucking care. Enjoy with it. Have fun with it. And I will see you again very soon. Anyway, I'm your proud Canadian Phoenix, Cindershadow. I'm signing off here. Have yourselves a great day. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And hopefully I can move past this type of topic and we can all just have fun and have a blast in life. Thanks for watching.